Anthony Hartwig here with a YSN McDonald volleyball player profile. I am joined by freshman Miley Titus. And Miley, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
And man, you really kind of introduced yourself to the world in this Western Reserve game that we saw you in earlier this week. 23 digs against the Blue Devils. They have a lot of hard hitters. I mean, what was going through your mind in this game? It was one of your first big tests as a libero for this team. And like we said, Western Reserve has a lot of big hitters. What was really going through your mind, and how did it feel to have such a good performance for your team?
Yeah, I was honestly really prepared because Coach Klockner really tries to prepare us for what we're able to do. So I wasn't really nervous, but I knew what I had to do. I knew what my job was. Everyone knew what their job was. So
And you come into this program, it's just in its fourth year of existence, but it's already off to a great start. As a freshman coming into a program that has already had success, uh, how excited were you to be a part of it? And then when you got told that you were going to be on the varsity level, were there nerves to kind of hold up the tradition of excellence that McDonald brings?
yeah, I was a little nervous. I feel like it was a little scary, but I got used to it because the team is just great. Like the athletics of McDonald is just great. Everyone's here to support each other.
You don't see a lot of freshmen that come into a varsity level and make an immediate impact like you did. So, what were some experiences that you leaned on, or some advice that you leaned on to kind of make yourself ready for this moment and not let it get too big, and just make the immediate impact that you've been able to make?
Yeah, I feel like you have to fail in order to succeed. So there was a lot of good girls, and I knew it was going to be a little competition. But after tryouts, I really worked hard this summer, and our team as well, everyone did. And it was just a big opportunity to be able to play for McDonald Volleyball.
And when you say you've had to fail to succeed, I'm sure even early in your career, earlier in your volleyball career, you've probably already had a little bit of adversity that you've had to face. What has been some of the adversity that you've faced in your career, and how did you get past it to get to this point?
Yeah, I mean, it was just a little nervous to be playing. So you just have to step up and really be ready and prepared. So you can, yeah.
Another big key factor for freshmen making an impact is are the upperclassmen leaders kind of being welcoming and building that team chemistry. How much have the seniors and the leaders of this team really helped you be confident in yourself and helped you succeed the way you have?
Yeah, our two seniors, Maria and Megan, they're great. They really bring the team together. They keep us up in our high energy level, intensity. They make us ready to play. They're great leaders and mentors.
You brought up this coaching staff, Coach Klockner and Coach Harkerroad, both like bleed volleyball. They coach in the club level too. What's it been like to be under them, and what kind of things have they taught you about yourself as a player in the time that you've been able to work with them?
Yeah, they're great. Playing for them is amazing. They are able to teach us what we need to be doing, and they make sure each individual has a job and they are able to do what they are able to do.
As a player in the volleyball, you got to be able to talk. You got to be able to communicate with your teammates. Was that ever hard for you? Are you a talkative person, or did you kind of have to find a way to let yourself out of the shell and be a talker on the court?
Yeah, well, coming into this, I was a freshman, so it was a little awkward at first getting to know the girls, but now I feel very comfortable, and our strongest point is probably communication. We really try to communicate and keep the team up. So
As a libero, you have to be a leader on the floor. I mean, there's no other way around it. You have to get the people in the back row in the right positions. You have to make sure that everyone's kind of controlling their own zone. How have you kind of handled that, being a leader on the floor, being just a freshman and trying to lead these girls that might be older than you?
yeah, I try my best. Again, like Maria and Megan, they really made me feel comfortable on the team. Everyone has, but um, so I'm really comfortable with the team now, and I don't feel any awkward. So it's been great.
What were some of the stuff that you guys did out of the court and in the team bonding realm that kind of helped you feel comfortable and helped you kind of build relationships with these girls?
Yeah, so we just at practice we just hang out. It's fun. Everyone is everyone. Like there's no separate groups. We try to go to the other games as well as like football and junior high volleyball. So we try to hang out besides practice too.
You're coming right off the junior high volleyball scene and right off of that career. So, what did it mean to you as a junior high player when varsity players would come and watch your games? And now that you're a varsity player, what kind of things do you try to do at those junior high games to let those kids know that they matter in the program and what they do kind of matters to you guys up in the high school level?
Yeah, well, when the varsity would come watch us, it was great. We felt, like, nervous because, oh my goodness, there was varsity people there, but it was honestly great, and so at this point, when we go, we wanna try to cheer them on, make them feel comfortable, so when they're able to come up, they feel comfortable.
How did you get into volleyball? What kind of made you love the sport? And what were some of your early memories of having the volleyball in your hand?
Yeah, so 8th grade year, all my friends did it 7th grade and I didn't. So 8th grade year, all my friends said they loved it, so I tried it out and immediately I loved it. And then I started doing club season and I made a lot of new friends and memories. So that was great and it just really made me love the sport more.
So, like, man, you're new to the sport. Like, you started it last year and you've kind of hit the ground running. What were some of the things that came natural to you, and what were some things that you struggled with trying to get a grasp of as far as the skill sets in volleyball?
Yeah, so speed was a big thing that I was able to do already. I was already trained to do speed, so that was not a very big problem. But knowing the game and learning the rules was a little bit tougher. But a lot of the girls helped me with that, and they were just great.
Was there ever any like fear of being back there and getting these balls hit really hard at you when you're
Oh
stepping
yeah,
into the volleyball court?
yeah. I mean, there's always fear, but you have to overcome that, and those girls really helped me overcome that. So.
What was it like? Like, go back to the first time you dug up a really strong hit. What was that feeling like?
It was great. It really made me feel more confident, and the team, it made me get more excited about playing volleyball as a new sport. So.
And as a defensive specialist, you do a lot of the dirty work in the background. You do a lot of the stats that don't get the headlines. Digs don't necessarily get all the praise that they should. How do you feel about kind of doing the stuff behind the scenes and doing the stuff that you know is important to the team, but maybe doesn't get the limelight per se?
Yeah, like I said before, everyone knows their own job. I know my job, the hitters know their job. So it's just what you choose to do is great. And I love being a passer. So yeah, I don't.
First couple weeks of your high school experience, what are you expecting out of your freshman year from the schooling, and what are some of the things that you're excited about going through the school system, and what are some of the classes that might be daunting for you, or making you a little bit nervous about?
Yeah, so just being a varsity player as a freshman is a little nervous, but again, I just want to be better than I was yesterday. So I want to keep improving on myself. And I feel like our team has a lot of improvements from the beginning of the summer when we started practicing, but it's been great. So
What are some of your favorite school subjects that you have that you get to study?
I like doing math. That's probably my favorite subject.
When you see yourself kind of go through the school system back in the middle school, who are some of your favorite teachers that you've had? And I know you haven't had a lot of time with your high school teachers, but have there been any that have kind of stuck out as, oh, these guys are going to be kind of cool?
Yeah, I really liked my middle school teacher, Mr. Vukovic. He was great. He really taught me at a young age to enjoy and have fun during learning.
We're in the middle of the Canfield Fair. Are you a person that enjoys that atmosphere in the fair? Or what kind of things, if you are, what kind of things do you like about it?
Yeah, I like going to hang out with my friends and just being in an open environment, meeting new people. It's really great just hanging out with friends.
What's your favorite fair food?
Um, Probably pizza.
All right, I like it. Some athletes like to take to a really strict diet. I don't know how healthy you are on this stage, but I'm gonna ask, what is like your guilty pleasure food that you eat that you know probably you really shouldn't? Maybe it's a dessert, maybe it's pizza. What's that one thing that when you have to treat yourself, you go to?
Yeah, I'd probably go to ice cream because it's just you can't go wrong with ice cream.
When you get ice cream, what's your favorite flavor?
Probably cookies and cream.
Who makes the best ice cream? Is it Dairy Queen? Is it Handles? Is there a secret ice cream spot at McDonald's? Who's the best ice cream?
Handles is a good one, but I've really been loving Jesse's Dairy Cove.
We've heard that from a couple of other McDonald people that that's a good spot to go to. What about some things outside the court that you like that you're passionate about that you like to do in your spare time?
Yeah, I just like hanging out with my friends and family. They're great, and doing other activities like sports, running, all that.
Since you're a freshman, we haven't been able to see you in other sports seasons. Do you play the other sports? What are you a multiple sport athlete? What other sports do you play?
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing track and field this year. So,
What's your like highlight event in the track and field?
probably the 400-meter dash.
What's your favorite thing about track?
Just it's a big team, so everyone just gets to close together, and it's a very hyped up sport, and I really love that.
You go from the different spectrums because volleyball is like the definition of a team sport. Everyone has to be in sync. You have to have a good pass, good set, good hit, or you can't do anything. And then track is a lot more individual. You have to, run your race and try to beat your own time. How do you deal with the two different mindsets of, training yourself for track, but also being on, a high team sport like volleyball?
Yeah, so I really try to just get close with the team because I feel like that's just a good thing to have in a athletic team. But I always think of it, I'm running for my team and not for myself. But it's great just to be on, like, there's relays and track, so that's also a team thing.
If there was one sport that you aren't playing that you kind of think that you'd be interested in throwing your head in, what sport would it be?
Um, Probably soccer, but we don't have that here at McDonald's.
Hey, you never know. You threw your hat in the volleyball in eighth grade, so if soccer pops up, we might see you throw your hat in the ring in soccer. What are some music that you listen to before a game that gets you really hyped up for a match?
Yeah, so we have a playlist here at McDonald that we just listen to. It's just a hyped up playlist that we all listen to at the same time. We just start having fun.
Are you personally someone that gets into the music, or there's something else that gets you into the right mental zone for a game?
Yeah, so I like to listen to music, but I also like to talk to my other teammates about it and just get me really prepared for the game.
What about hobbies that you do in like we talk about hanging out with friends, but in your spare time, relaxation time, are you someone that likes to pop in a movie, read a book? What kind of things do you do in your downtime?
Yeah, so I like to watch some shows, some movies, and
What was the last series that you binge watched on a streaming service?
probably Outer Banks.
All right, I like it. What's the there's a lot of fictional deaths that hit people hard in these different series on Netflix and Prime and everything. What do you think is the fictional death that affected you the most in like a series or a TV series?
Um, Probably when I found out that John B's dad passed away, but he actually might have not. I don't know yet.
No spoilers. should have said I should have said spoiler alert before I asked that question.
Sorry.
No, it's good. No, people watching this, beware. I'll put a spoiler alert. No, we're good. What are some things that you do with your family that really kind of stick out to you? What are some family routines that you guys have?
Yeah, so we go on vacation a lot. We like to go camping and jet skiing to the lake.
All right, before we let you go, I want to give you the chance to give a shout out to your support system and all the people that are there for you.
Yeah, thank you so much. The administration is great for McDonald. The whole group that supports us in McDonald. Thank you.
All right, Miley, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today, your freshman year. I think it's going to be the first of many player profiles we have on you in your career. We were so impressed with your ability to play at the Western Reserve game. Thank you so much again for taking the time to join us, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thank you.